with the maestros. Come jam with the maestros.
I'm going to show you that you can not only hear sound, but you can see it too. You'll be able to, you'll be able to see sound and hear color. What?
Welcome to Musical Maestros. Be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell. Don't miss out.
Hello folks, it's great to be back. Gabriel from Musical Maestros, and I'll just have you know, it's winter in the southern hemisphere, and yes, it gets really cold, so don't mind me, doing my southern hemisphere swag. But anyway, in this class we're going to do a really cool lesson. This one is, I'm going to show you that you can not only hear sound, but you can see it too. You'll be able to, you'll be able to see sound and hear color. What? Okay, let's do a deep dive. Yeah, so what if I told you that even scientifically speaking, we've done a video on the chromatic scale, and I mentioned how that comes from the Greek word chroma, which literally means color. But scientifically speaking, in reality, music is understood to have, resonance, and resonance is frequencies. There's this hertz measurement that is used to ascertain just how many vibrations per second for each musical note, within the scale. How to, decipher music by resonance. So that's hertz, right? If you don't know much about that, then I hope I could do a deep dive in the future, something scientific just for your entertainment and learning. But in the meantime, if that's the case, then isn't that much like light? Yes, it is, because light is also a wave, and it can be, interpreted as oscillations, and thus the hertz scale can relate to frequencies that may not be heard but seen, and some frequencies that may not be able to, in the human threshold, there's so many frequencies that we can neither see nor hear. But at least using the visible spectrum, which is white light, which can be broken down into the 7 colors of the rainbow, those can actually help you look at music differently. Because think about it, what if you could just see what is so hard for you to understand when you hear it? It might make it much easier. As a matter of fact, I hope that after this class, I actually believe that this is going to be foundational to how we change your whole perception about music. No, not without using any narcotic agents or anything like that. You don't have to smoke weed to do this. You can do this today. And by the end of this lesson, I assure you that you're not going to be seeing or hearing music the same. Anyway, how many of you like painting? I don't think that any of you think that painting using paint brushes, toddlers do this, so you could use paint and play with it. Put color combinations together that you think match and that looks good to you. So what if you could do that to music? And what if the chords that seem so hard for you when you think about them, constructing them, if you see them like this, it's gonna be much easier. Yeah, it's my assumption. So let's do something real simple. We're going to study and break down the structure of a triad using numbers, because who doesn't like triads? 1, 3, and 5. How we construct a major chord, the happy sound, We are going to break down a triad using color, and if it makes the whole difference for you, then my job is done. Okay, so let's look at the basic triad. A basic triad is constructed of a do, a mi, and a sol. Okay, so no matter what music level you're at, I'm going to help you understand these brilliantly. So let's take a key. I like G, but for reasons I'll name later, this time I will go to its sister, G sharp. And I'm taking G sharp, the major chord, right, to show you what I have to say. Okay, So you've got, let's play the scale first and foremost. Let's play the scale up front. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, the octave. So how we construct a major chord is utilizing that scale. We need to extract just 3 sounds, which is why we call this the triad series. So you have the number 1, which is the root, the number 3, which is the third, the mi, and then the 5th, which is the so. So you've got do, mi, so, okay? So when you take G apart, I'm going to use a, let's look at it on the board and see just what happens when you. Okay, I'll just go with the fact that I have my daughter's whiteboard right here. Okay, so what's this squiggly stuff? All right, so at my left, I've got 3 nice colors, red, green, and blue, which in this case I'm going to be using to represent the numbers 1, 3, and 5 in a musical scale. I said that I'll be using the key G sharp in this context, but now I'll show you why. So why am I using these colors in this key context? Is because of what music is interpreted like on the color wheel based on frequencies. I'm going to make sure I share this with you much more clearly. But what you can see here is on the color wheel, we've got these color representations of frequency. Check out what G sharp looks like. Yeah, is vibrant red, which is why I use that representation on the board. But let's go through the color wheel from C, because it will help you see, and I'm winking. So you've got green, cyan, bright blue, indigo, violet, deep violet, dark crimson, deep red, vibrant red, orange red, orange yellow, yellow green, and then back to green, which is the same as C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, then C, in that order. So back to the board real quick. Using this knowledge to break down how triads come about, right? I have red, or if you like pink, green, then blue. Yeah? If you paid any attention, then just take it back to the color wheel. In the key G sharp, G is the root, it's red. And this kind of reminds me of traffic lights. Red means stop. The number 1 is basically red. Then green is the third, literally, even on the color wheel. And then blue would be the 5th. That would construct a major chord for G sharp. Now, if you enjoyed what this might entail, then look out for my long form video. This has been the short form. Let's interpret music in more than one way and understand it as a really simple thing, a language. Let's play with it like colors. Let's play with it like we do colors. Now, if you're frustrated with the amount of resources that are online and you can't seem to make a choice which one suits you, but you're searching for that organic, hands-on, one-on-one kind of class, then Musical Maestros has got you. This is what some of our enrolled students have to say about their journey so far. Now, if this is the kind of program that suits your desire, then don't hesitate. Book with Musical Maestros, and we can't wait to see you in an online class. Mr. Samuel, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah, it's nice to be in a class with you again. And so far, you've been with us for, coming to a year. And I'd like to ask you a few questions about your experience with Musical Maestros. The first one being, What was your first thought about why you joined the Musical Maestros guitar program?
J'ai d'abord eu un premier cours avec Musical Maestro à Dar es Salaam et j'ai beaucoup appris et j'ai trouvé que la connexion était assez bonne avec l'enseignant Gabriel et je trouve qu'avec le temps c'est facile d'apprendre des choses compliquées, autant théoriques que pratiques, et la musique est vraiment ma musique a beaucoup évolué grâce à ce qui a été enseigné.
Well, thank you very much. And secondly, after you've been with us this long, have you managed to accomplish any of your expectations in terms of what you wanted to learn? And just tell us about that learning experience.
Alors c'est vrai que j'avais pas vraiment d'attente au début et j'ai eu plusieurs cours précédemment où j'avançais doucement et là je trouve que le cours est assez ouvert et en même temps ça donne beaucoup de possibilités d'apprendre. J'ai mon niveau qui a vraiment grimpé, surtout pour des techniques que je m'attendais pas du tout. Donc ça, c'est vrai que c'est un grand plus.
That's amazing. So, if you were to recommend this program to anybody else if you could recommend this program for any 3 reasons, what would these 3 reasons be?
Alors, je recommanderais premièrement pour la capacité de l'enseignant à s'adapter à ses clients. Je trouve que c'est très facile, il a l'habitude. Ensuite, au niveau technique, la facilité aussi à transmettre des techniques qui ne sont pas, dans mon cas, qui n'étaient pas dans mon bagage. Ça, c'est un grand plus, je trouve. Et après, peut-être le troisième, je dirais, c'est l'adaptabilité avec des cours en ligne ou des cours sur place.
Thanks so much for your recommendation. Last but not least, if you had to give away wisdom to a musician that's coming after you in your footsteps, what would be the best advice that you'd give them from what you've learned so far?
There's always something you can learn. Always. I mean, that's all because I think it covers everything in terms of what I've been doing with you since the beginning. I've reached some places I never thought I would reach.
Impressive. So I'll say I take that as a lesson for me too. There is always something that you can learn, and that's the beauty of that. Yeah. There's no limitation. So thank you so much, Mr. Samuel, and I look forward to the next time we jam together.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. It's Gabriel again from Musical Maestros with Mrs.
Paulina De Mello.
Mrs. Paulina De Mello. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions about?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. So, in your first 2 days of us teaching you, what was your first thought about how old you have to be before you can learn music?
I think it's like music has no age for its study.
Yes.
And it's great.
I like that. So, how would you, in a sentence, describe your musical experience for the first 2 days learning with us?
And I don't have a sentence, I have only one word. It's capital Great. exclamation.
Wow, Will, thanks so much. If you had to recommend us to, I don't know, other people who are learning, what would be your major recommend? Why would you recommend us?
Well, because Mr. Gabriel here has so much patience. If you know that patience is a mother virtue, then he has it.
Well, we really appreciate your recommendation, and I guess we shouldn't delay you on your next class. Let's see what else you can learn on the piano.
Thank you.
All
I'm
right.
looking forward.
Okay. So I forgot to ask just one question. For a person of your experience, you must have great advice to give the younger generation, people who might be learning music or doing any other thing with their lives. What advice would you give them?
Never waste a minute in your life. Move forward, do whatever you have to do now. Don't wait for tomorrow.
Amazing.
Because a minute wasted is not a minute gained.
That's right, that's true. Yeah, so don't waste any moment. Come jam with the maestros today.